Hey everyone, I'm Jenny Clarion. I'm your transformational nutrition coach. And today I wanted to do a wrap up about the Blessed Herbs colon cleanse / parasite cleanse and just fasting in general and why I truly believe now everyone needs to fast because of the amazing benefits that came from it. And it's not even just the physical or, the weight loss that will naturally happen because of water weight that you'll lose, but it's really the psychological stuff that you deal with, the emotionalness with it that is really transformational and I think is really necessarily, especially if you tend to be an overeater like me. And so for one, why I think everyone should do a juice fast, even if you just need to start for a day. But I really think you'll get the most benefits around 5 days to 7 days. And the reason I ended up doing 12 days just because I messed up on some of my things. And it was so funny. I was kind of so delusional. It was only for like 10 days, I think, that it went, but I extended it by like another day or two because I was like, oh, 12 days, that's 2 weeks, right? Obviously, I didn't have enough in my brain going and flowing because 14 days is 2 weeks, so it was really funny. So yeah, my pride and ego got in the way and I was like, no, I want to do it for like 2 weeks. Anyways, but I only ended up doing it for 12 days, thinking that was 2 weeks, but it's really not 2 weeks. But the case of it being, me going off my tangent, is one, I felt like a Russian superstar. In the sense of, if I'm just being stereotypical of what I think of Russians, is people do not get offended, but I really just think of Russians just being badass in the sense of like, oh, I just eat to live, like I don't need anything else. Like juice has all the nutrients that you need to fuel your body, right? And so what? I don't need anything else, right? Like I really felt like this badass Russian chick that was like, I don't need food just to eat. Like I just need enough to fuel myself to get my body to where it needs. I'm drinking this amazing juice that, is just liquid and is enough to get me through the whole day. Like it's crazy. Like I survive off of just drinking juice. I don't need to eat anything and I can still have so much energy and can even like do things and not like be bedridden. Like I really felt like that. Or another example was like I felt like an astronaut. Like I felt like this badass astronaut. Like that's what astronauts do, right? Like they eat these foods that just been deconstructed to only like the bare necessities that they need for their bodies, right? And so it was just really cool to realize that and just to really grasp and understand I don't need much food for my body to do amazing things to get the shit that I need to get done. And when you start to really realize this on how much your body doesn't need to eat, and I don't mean this in a way to be like, starve yourself, bitches. Like, I don't mean that at all. It's really just this higher understanding of really getting to know your body and how it doesn't need so much stuff. Because in America, we're just so used to more and more and more. And we really don't need that much. And so when you start to realize this, it's just crazy. And it really helped recalibrate my hunger and to really gauge what my hunger is and to really even gauge what my fullness was, And, when I started to like eat again after, because it's been a while, after the cleanse now, I really started to realize, like, wow, a lot of the times that I was eating, I'm not eating because I'm really like hungry. I'm just eating just because I want to eat, and it's more for like emotional, and I'm not really being present and mindful and aware with what I'm eating. And it's really just beautiful to have that experience. And I know some people who do this seasonally to help, like flush out some things, but I'm going to be doing this now seasonally just as a great reminder of how much I don't need to eat, and not in this like unhealthy manner where it becomes like anorexia or anything like that, but just how like we can, quote unquote, be in so much abundance. Like, we think of this a lot of times as deprivation. Like, I can't eat this, and, I'm having this small of a meal, which isn't really the case for me. But, really just tapping into like how hungry am I really am. Like, do I really need to be on this schedule where at 7 a.m. I eat at this time, and 12 o'clock I eat at this time, and 6 p.m. is when I eat at this time? I don't really follow that regimen anymore. And I kind of haven't for a while, but even more so now. Like, I really only eat not only like when I'm hungry, but I even sometimes take it to the step where I hear my tummy grumbling. And I don't do that all the time, but I think a lot of times we don't hear our tummy grumble. Like, I remember when I was on this juice fast, like, I was like, I don't remember hearing my tummy grumble in like forever. And that's just because we're so used to being in this mode of being so proactive about not being hungry. And to really try to, find a moderate area for that. And, it's okay for every once in a while for my stomach to grumble. Like, that's what the body is there to tell us and be like, hello, dude, you're hungry. It's time to feed me, And to really get your body to operate in that way and to communicate with you. I think we really lost that touch. So this is why, not like, I know how there's all of these crazy stories of juice fasts and how, blah, these horror stories, and then you hear all these really amazing stories, and it could just be even just focus on the weight loss aspects of it or the energy aspects of it. But I really want to tie into the psychological aspects of it and really getting to know your body, because for me, that was the biggest takeaway for it. And it's just been a nice, beautiful saving grace for me, and a beautiful, wonderful reminder. And to really just remind myself how magnificent my body is, how much it can get by with so little, and that I don't need to be so dependent on food, like, I really am not gonna starve. And to really calm that critter brain of mine, because it's been trained to think, oh my gosh, I need food, I need food, I need food, I need food, I need to prepare for the worst, I need to prepare for winter, winter is coming, winter is coming. Like, that is what is always playing in my head. Like, I'm always in this like lack mode. Like, I'm always thinking I don't have enough. And even when there's more than enough of things and I shouldn't like kill off this whole plate, I'm just like, oh, I need to prepare. Winter is coming, or I'm never going to have this again. Winter is coming. And to eat, 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 eat. And to really just change that mindset and just be like, no, like, I don't need to finish all of that. I'm full. To really tap into and really feel when I'm full, and to know that I'm not in a state of lack. Like, because a lot of times, like, maybe something so beautiful or so wonderful of food happens, and I really only need one or two of those, but for whatever reason, there's 12 there, and I'm going to eat all 12 because I'm like, oh my gosh, this stuff is amazing, and I'll never have it again, right? And me to think in a different mindset and be like, no, I really can only have one or two because I will be able to have it again. I live a life of abundance. Or, if anything, I'm just going to enjoy this present moment and to not have this anxiety of the future, right? It's so beautiful. I always remember, if you're thinking of the past, oh wait, let me replace that. If you're depressed, then you're thinking of the past. If you're anxious, you're thinking in the future. But if you're in the present moment, then you're happy and you're calm and you're peace. So whenever I get that anxiousness, it's typically because I'm thinking of the future and thinking like, I'm never going to have this brownie ever again. So I must eat all of it and enjoy it now, right? And to not think in that way and to just be like, no, I'm not going to think of the future. I'm in the present moment now. I'm enjoying this brownie and that's all I need for now. And to not think of the future and to get anxious that I'm never ever going to have this ever again. And yeah, and when I think like that, I just have so much more peace and calm, and my body is able to be in the state that it needs to be in. And it naturally will be at the weight it needs to be at because I'm not eating for the future. I'm not eating for the past. So I'm not eating out of depression or out of anxiousness. And when you're able to wipe all of that away and to just be in the present moment and eating for that reason only and for no other motives whatsoever, and to really be mindful about it, you will naturally lose all of your weight and be at the weight that is most ideal for you and for your body frame and for your genetics and everything else. And it'll just come so naturally. And just having that awareness and, to not really be so hard on yourself. This awareness to have, like, I've been battling with it for a while, and each day and each time and each moment I just become so much more aware of that and noticing when, the old critter brain is chirping at me and saying like, eat this, eat that, and I'm like, wait a minute, do I really need to eat that? Is this really true hunger talking to me right now, or is this all psychological hunger? And a lot of times it's freaking psychological hunger. We just give into it. We don't really stop and pause our breaks, and be like, before making that turn, right? Like, just like when we're in our cars and there's a stop sign, we're supposed to stop before turning right or left or going straight, right? So when we put in that stop sign, which is, breathing in, getting present with the moment before making that right turn to go towards the brownie, or maybe that left turn towards that fast food restaurant or whatever. I'm not saying either of these are bad or good, or if we're just going to go straight and be like, oh wait, I'm not even actually really hungry right now and I can just go on with life right now. So really putting in those stop signs, really becoming conscious and aware, having that mindfulness aspect. I really feel like when you juice, you deal with all of that emotional hunger garbage crap, and it really becomes aware, because when you don't break that juice fast and you stick with the big why of why you're originally doing this juice fast, and you stick with it and you really go through and work through these psychological issues that you have, the psychological hunger, and why these emotions are really coming up, it's just really transformational. And I think a juice fast is a great way to deal with that. You don't have to go on a juice fast to do that, but it definitely will trigger a lot of stuff, because you will start to realize even things that you think weren't like emotional eating. It really was emotional eating, and it's crazy. So there you have it. I'm a huge fan of a juice fast for the psychological hunger games that you're going to go through. And a lot of times we don't like going through these hunger games. And I really want to challenge you, because if once you go through these hunger games, you will really, really, truly start to see transformational change, and you'll really start to understand yourself and understand your body more. And that's when you're going to see these transformational changes. And I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Have you done a juice fast? Did you go through these psychological hunger games? And how was that? Did you see yourself go through this change where, you know, you were able to recalibrate your hunger scale, you know, and really start to understand your body more and understand when you truly were hungry and when you truly were full? And I would just love to hear your input on this as well. And if you have any questions about just juicing or the psychological hunger games in general, please let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear it. If you have any other questions in general, also put them in the comments below. You can also email me at connect@jennyclary.net. Once again, that's connect@jennyclary.net. Also, please like this video, hit a thumbs up if you like it. Also, please subscribe to my channel if you like this video and want to find out more about getting fulfilled through mind, body, and soul, you know, through your spirit and your being, and to not just get full through food itself, and to really overcome it and take it to the next level and going beyond that. Then please definitely subscribe and watch my other videos. Also, if you've been working on this and needing something on a more one-on-one basis, then definitely reach out to me. You can go to my website at jennyclary.net, and there's a Let's Chat button, and we can schedule something and see if we're a good fit. And as always, before I sign off, please, 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 please do not be so rude to yourself. We are the meanest people ever to ourselves, and we would never ever let any friends say that to us. So why are we letting ourselves say that to ourselves? So please be so sweet to yourself. You are so amazing. You are where you need to be right at this moment. Don't judge, don't hate, just love yourself and really appreciate the beautifulness in you, the amazingness in you, because I see it and a lot of other people see it out there. Maybe not everyone, because they're crazy. They don't know what's up, okay? And really only you can love yourself the most out of anybody and really appreciate every little facet about you. So please do that. Give yourself a hug, give yourself some love, and with that, I'm going to sign off, and you guys take care. Bye.